recent post from Jarrell Big Baby Miller as he states something big is brewing. Okay. Now, what he said in comment, he said, chilling with the bros at Corona Cartel, at Johnny Booze or Johnny Bones, at UFC, let's effing go with the fire emoji. And let me counterpunch. That wouldn't surprise me. If Jarrell Miller fought on the UFC or some type of UFC structured platform, it wouldn't surprise me because he's been a kickboxer. He's been a kickboxer for a long time, him and Dillian White, So a lot of times people don't mention that, but Jarrell Miller, Dillian White, these guys are also kickboxers. They also were affiliated with the UFC or a mixed martial art structured platform. But him taking on Bones Jones is something big. And, you got to give it to Jarrell Miller. I mean, he can he can sell sand at the beach. So, him just, being there, he's able to self-promote. He's able to entertain. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, he's a big guy. He's always been a big guy. He's Big Baby, right? But at the same time, he's also just, a self-promoting guy. I think he's, at this point, we'll always know he'll be able to sell a fight, but we won't always know how much or how well he can deliver the fight that he sold, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because, the Andy Ruiz fight was good to me. I liked the fight, but, Andy, that fight might have been a lot different if Andy wouldn't have broke his hand. You know what I'm saying? Even though Andy was on the retreat when he should have been trying to cut the ring off and take it to Jarrell Miller. But maybe, again, it could be his right hand he was talking about, right? But I think Jarrell Miller beat him in that fight. But I was disappointed in the Danny Dubois fight because, he had talked his way into a situation where he would have got picked up by Frank Warren. Frank Warren would have signed, if he would have knocked out Danny Dubois and stopped him, and Dubois did some little bitch shit like he did in those other couple fights, yeah, he would have dropped, let Danny Dubois fall between the cracks. The only time you seen Daniel, it would be him supporting his sister, and then Jarrell Miller would replace him, the bad guy from Brooklyn. He would replace him definitely. The whole heavyweight landscape has changed based on Jarrell Miller over the last 6 or 7 years. So I don't know if that face-off between him and Bones Jones was just a teaser. It might have been, but who knows? We don't know what's brewing, and we don't know what Jarrell Miller has talked himself into. So we just have to wait and see. You guys tell me what you think of Jarrell Miller face-to-face in a face-off with UFC heavyweight John Bones Jones. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch.